Hello, everyone. Welcome to Oche Kitchen. Hope everybody's fine wherever they are watching from. It's been a lazy Saturday for me. Don't know what's been going on around you.
Me too. I've been sleeping all day.
But the bottom line is that people have rested. If you've been lazing around at home today, that means you've been resting. Thank God we can rest. And some people have been out there tilling the ground, finding for something. IJ, can you share the link, a YouTube link? I'm bringing it to the page and it goes on.
Share it where?
Facebook, so they could click on it, yeah, and broadcast. Okay, today's show is, the topic is secret second family. As always, stories come to us. We fish for stories and we see stories. We've had this scenario of where a woman found out from Facebook that her husband has got this family out there with grown children as well, teenage children. I think someone alerted her to it. I can't remember the story. We saw that story and the story disappeared from the web somewhere. I saw it on IG. I saw it on IG, yeah. So someone alerted her to that Facebook page. She went there and saw the husband's profile picture with this lovely family, wife and kids. And she has her own kids with this man living equally happily. I think it's the same woman that went to a psychologist to discuss this, and they said to her, you've had this happy family because of this other family, so zip it. So it depends on how everybody will take it. And on the same note, there's a woman who's left her state to another state to study after taking a study leave from the bank. One of the times she visited home, she had this beautiful car, a new car. And the husband said, oh, where did you get this car from? As usual, now Shiana said that it's part of the money she took from the bank that she bought herself a beautiful car. At another time, husband went into that same town where the wife is meant to be studying. She comes home over the weekend. And sorry if I didn't mention, this man goes home over the weekend because he works outside the state. So 5 days he spends with this family, weekends he spends with this one, and obviously knows how to alternate it and do the public holidays and other holidays.
Juggling. She's a juggler.
Juggles and does it very well. Same with this, my lady, who's been now signed herself out for 18 months to do this course, 18 to 24 months to do a course outside the city where they normally live. So when the husband now went to this other city and saw that the wife's car parked somewhere in a parking lot, and he was so convinced, he knew that's my wife's car, waited around for the woman to come out. Then a young man came out and got into that car. He went straight to the man and said, is this your car? The man said, yes. Sorry, this is my wife's car. They had that bit of an argument, but men being men, they understood themselves. They had a gentle conversation. And my young man with the car said, this car I bought for my wife, and showed him proof and showed picture of his wife. It turned out to be Mrs., who's left the city for this long study. Everyone has been busy opening their eyes anyhow. Before I ask the first question, I'll give you my fifth affirmation for today. And it says, whatever comes to you in life, If you like it, don't pull it. If you don't like it, don't push it, because either way, it will return to you. That takes me to the first question. For both gender, man, woman, when you find out in any of these scenarios, if you're the man and you find out this woman has done this, you're the woman, found out the husband has been doing this, how long would you hold on or pretend before you take action? And what sort of action? What would be your reaction? Uncle Chris, can I put you on the spot, please? You tell us what would be your action? How long would you pretend, or how long will you manage that information you have before you react? And what would be your reaction?
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Well, you really put me on the spot, because I was still trying to process that. I don't even know how I will handle it, honestly. There is something they say, one proverb in Igbo land that says, you know, by the time it happens, you don't know what to do. I don't know how anybody can comfortably, be married if that woman or the man is married to two people at the same time. Automatically, if it's in the US, it's a crime of bigamy. But for the spouse, I don't even know how to handle it. I have a family going on here, and maybe my wife have a family, a legitimate family with children. I don't know how to reconcile that. So I think it's over. The concern is the children of the marriage. How do you, drop the ball so that the impact on them will be that much? That will be the consideration at that time. But you don't totally have anything going on again. It's just so very frustrating and heartbreaking. I don't know. I'm not going to be violent for sure, but.
How long will you, assuming you find out, would you react in the next 1 day, 1 week, 1 month? Will you hold on and think about it for a long time before you react? Or is this something that you deal
with? There and then now, there and then, if I find out in the morning, I don't think we are going to sleep under the same roof that day.
No, she's still studying where she is, not knowing that you've got information.
Then she's not coming back.
Hey.
So you confront her and tell her the marriage is over.
Yes, if I find out, one, there is no marriage in the first place, knowing what I know now. So if I find out that this is going on, you just, you do your due diligence to make sure that actually, if it's a relationship, no children involved, no nothing, but if you are running a parallel family, it's, come on, man.
Yeah, it's a knockout. It's a knockout.
Tough, but I can't continue now. How long are you going to carry on when you find out everything is what it's said to be? So am I going to pretend, let her come in, drop her bag, have you eaten, and we're going to have a talk in the evening, talk about what? That's what happens from there depends on. I said, okay, I found out you want to, eat your cake and have it. If you don't mind, let's find a way to go our separate ways, but I can't continue.
Okay.
This is my thing anyway, so that's my take.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Chris. In the absence of another guy on the platform, we've got the ladies here. Obi, do you want to take this?
Good evening, everyone.
Hello, Abby.
Yeah. Well, like the last speaker just said, but I will add, like he said, that you might never know what you will do until it happens. And I will add that in Igbo, there are things that will happen. really understand that this particular thing is highly so much bigger than you. It might not be very easy for a woman that sees herself in that situation where the husband has another family. I know that mostly, depending on the kind of woman, if there are children involved, I don't think there's any woman that will just take a drastic decision. She can be very angry. Being angry is understandable, but calling it quit immediately, especially where children are involved, might not be the ideal thing. You must process it. Now you check your capacity to take care of your children. If it's in Nigeria anyway, you check your capacity, you check you must process it. You take your time and process it and discuss it with your husband, at least to be sure. But if it is something that happened while your marriage is subsisting, as in your marriage came before his own whatever outside family, you will know that trust can never be. It's just truly the marriage has broken down irretrievably, because that trust can never. What will he say again that you will believe? Do you understand? But now, on way forward, would determine on one, the woman's financial capacity, mental, emotional ability to stay on her own and make a good decision. Most times, there are some women that will find out and say, forgive the man, and be ready to do the underturn, do the two family and pretend it doesn't exist. But most women in that situation will also have a plan B to console herself. So it will be too concerning. This is a man flag bearer, but there's still somebody. In case I feel bad, there's still somebody. It happens like that. And the family, they will just, in Nigeria, I'm just saying Nigerian mentality that I've seen, I've known, talking from people around me that I know that they have somebody outside that consoles them. Let me put it that way. Why they still have their family running. You now know that they have another place to lay their shoulders on, and they still have their family running. So it depends on what the person prioritizes, what they want, what you want to get out of that. Some people will call it quit if they are lover,
Ndoke love.
Yes, Ndoke love. You got it. They will call it quit and now cry, and now emotional and everything. Some will cry, Ndoke love. Then I want Ndoke love, when they will do the cry, why did you disappoint me? But they now have their
if Mama will move on, they'll be like, I don't care.
Abi, can you come bring it back? Not people assuming you're in that shoe. Wapa, come down.
Okay, now.
What would you do? Yeah. It will happen to us, so if it hasn't happened already. Yeah.
Because you know why I will put in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank God I'm born again. So if
Nepa don't take light.
Oh,
Nepa don't take light. Nepa don't take light.
Okay, she's back. Go on.
Yeah, if it's all be before salvation, that's I will process it and check my financial capacity. It might not break the marriage, but I'll have my counselor. That's the truth. I'll have something that make me happy. Will still be for the kids' sake. I will not, because I'll be selfish about it a little concerning my having my plan B, but I will not be totally selfish, because if the man, like you said, has been very good, playing the role of a real father, if not for I wouldn't have known. I will retune my mind to the man I know that I did not know what, if not for the gossip, for my children's sake, I will say, but I must have something that will be making me happy outside. That's to make it equal. But now, thank God for my salvation. I'm just saying the other side of me that was.
So now you have Jesus to console you.
I have Jesus to console me. I pray by the
you'll be physically miserable, but spiritually okay.
No, I can't be physically miserable. That's what I'm saying. Now.
No, as a born again.
No, now that I'm born again, that's what I'm saying now. I can't now talk about what I will find myself, because it will not be.
How can you say it will not be?
I've answered you now by faith. We don't talk negative.
They don't mind John. John is grilling you. Lawyer. Oche, take the second question, Jerry. Don't mind.
Get up. That's just what it is. It will be.
Thank you, Abe. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I just understand something here? if you don't mind. Yeah, we are talking about when we say two parallel family, it's marriage. For the woman, the other guy, the second man doesn't know that the wife is married.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
He doesn't know.
But they don't have kids. It's a relationship that just started on that side.
Oh, they don't have the second.
No, no. For the girl, for woman, how can she do that? Have kids?
Because what we are, what we are accustomed to, knowing is where the second person knows about the first person. And it's not as if the second person.
This is a different one now. That's what we call it's a secret one.
So this one, it calls for a different analysis. That's why it's over because, come on, you're living a lie. A man can go to Nigeria or Kenya or Ghana and have a concubine, a wife, they can run a family, it's understandable, that kind of thing. But the second woman will definitely know that that guy is married, but he wants, whatever she can get. If they are allowed to formalize it, it becomes polygamy. But for a woman, the second man doesn't know that the woman is married, and she, for all intents and purposes, will live in Ohio together. And then for the other one, for all intents and purposes, they live in Connecticut together. So that's
Connecticut. Did you say Connecticut?
Yes. I'm just, so that's.
Oh, blah, blah.
But go ahead for the second. I just wanted to, make that decision to help me understand it as we go on. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Oche, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm a bit exhausted, but I'm fine.
Bella?
Can you take the second question? For the benefit of those that just joined, sorry, Oche, for the benefit of those that just joined, we're talking about secret second families. And we've explained two scenarios of a man who's done it and a woman who's done it. Oche, carry on.
Okay. So, I don't know why this is echoing. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Oche.
I am so tired, but maybe I should let you guys see me. I'm a bit rough.
It's today. It's today. I've been sleeping all day. It's everybody. Not only you. There's something in the air.
I know, right? Onyem, good evening. You're blessed among women.
Good evening. Tiredness. I
like that.
Okay. I'm supposed to take the second question, but before then, I just want to tell you guys that there's no point killing yourself. When a man decides to do something for you, he's going to do it. And they listen. You don't need to repeat yourself. They always listen. They might not give a response, but they heard you. So when you make your point, please move on. Okay. So my question is, would you break your happy, peaceful home of 25 years for this reason? When you find out that you're playing the second fiddle, meanwhile you were parading yourself as Ojugo.
So who are you asking?
Obi spoke earlier. Uzo, would you like to take that question for me, please?
Zopis.
Meanwhile, Wapa, did you call Benson? You did not. That's why he's not here. Why would you do a thing like that?
He's sleeping. Leave him alone. He's sleeping.
Oh. And Aika Basi is airborne.
So, good everyone. I just joined, but it's interesting to hear that women do the same thing. That means the person before Agawai.
Big time. A lot of Agawais.
Yeah. So I know a family that told me the mother. So when they were in secondary school, you know how parents go for visiting day. Then after that, the father will come with their mother. Then their father's girlfriend will come and visit them. Normally the mother will come with jollof rice, but the girlfriend will come with fried rice, and that was, can imagine,
And it's
when he
tastier.
was, of course, with good, put the thing and everything. So, but they couldn't understand it. So they had to, they were boys. They told their mom, and they asked their mother, do you know about this thing? Their mother said, what do you want me to do? That we'll go on
is here.
we'll go on our summer holidays as a family, and then maybe your father will still take his girlfriend. That she knows, but she can't do anything about it. If she gets too angry, if she grieves that the woman will come in. So what's that? As long as that she's not supposed to know, so she act like
She doesn't know.
So it depends on where you are in that relationship with your husband. I hear, like these days, I have people say the ratio is very high. There are a few good men. If he does everything for you, and you really were not supposed to know, and you went on your own to find out, what do you really do? And I know a man that said, if you catch me, you go. If I catch you, you go. So it's just a crazy world. Yes, so there are different. It depends on where you are in that relationship. So if you really don't have anything, you're just patching, it's easy to work, you know. But if not, um you have to apply wisdom. There's really no set rule, or you say this is the formula. Just depends on the individual. Some people is a deal breaker, some people they can work, they want to investigate and see what they can do. So it depends on who is involved. There's really no.
But Uzo, thank you for your response. But I am asking you, what would you do? Do you understand? I'm asking you what you do.
Yeah, we saw wickets today.
Because that means everything you're living with the life.
He didn't know my camera was on.
We don't see him.
Sorry. So Uzo, what did you say? Sorry.
I said it's a deal breaker. That means all you
for you. Okay. Yeah.
So Zopis, you leave. So Zopis, you leave.
What hours?
25 years.
25 years. Age is nothing but it's a number.
That depends on the relationship you have.
Yeah, she said it depends.
If a good man, and that's just it might not be. So it depends on where you are in that relationship.
Okay.
Yeah. It makes sense.
And like you said, it depends on where you are in the relationship. And then this particular scenario, if I get it right, is that you are thinking that you're the first, right? Or you're the legitimate one. Meanwhile, you were playing the second fiddle all along. It's different from when that's like the one you told us about the schoolmate. Obviously, the mom didn't, not like she wasn't bothered, but she didn't do anything about it because she felt, oh, I'm the legitimate one. That one is a side chick. So what if eventually
you find the man and marry because it was a young girl? So she just felt
So if you're thinking the other one is a side chick and eventually you find out that you are the side chick.
I mean, the man is a real player. But the man must have done a lot. That means the man still respects the wife, because I don't. Okay, yeah, I have another case I know. When I was in Uniben, I know a man that had a family. Well, he had another family, and the wife did not know. The wife found out, had an attack, was asthmatic and died. And the children, they didn't forgive their father, But the father, the man that beneath it, the man said that it was just something that happened, and the woman got pregnant with twin boys, and he didn't know what to do. He couldn't leave his children, he couldn't tell his wife, It was but the woman was the wife was the main chick in this matter. So there are different cases. There's another one I know, someone that had a child before he got married, but he had the child while he was dating his present wife, So, but he didn't know about the child. So fast forward he got married after 2 years. Fast forward 16 years, and then someone calls him one day and says that he went to visit, ran into his ex-girlfriend, and she was with a child, and that child was just his couple. Meanwhile, these people, they have 3 girls, and he has been telling the wife he wanted another child. The wife has 3 CS section that said, please, they want to kill me. You can go outside. Jokingly just said that. But eventually now, found that someone called him and said, I saw this person and that one copy. He went to the state, LA, saw the child, they did DNA test, but he didn't tell the wife before coming.
Huh?
So, okay. So he did DNA test without telling the wife, and eventually went back to tell the wife, and the wife did not forgive him. They're still having crash. He said, but you even told me I can go ahead and have another child. But this one, it was something that happened before we got married. And he now said that it was at the same time we were dating. So it depends on who is involved. There's no formula that works for you.
Thank you.
Okay, Esther, would you like to say something? Thank you.
Oche, how you doing? Oche, how you doing?
Benson, I just finished asking after you.
I do. You right. This one where you right there.
Benson, we're live. Oh.
Yeah, Esther.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. This one is difficult too. Hey.
So would you break your happy home of 25 years for this reason?
No, I think you have to have a lot of discussions. There's a lot of questions to be asked. Why? How did it happen? And maybe, I don't know, come to some agreement. But I just feel like if there's going to be 2 families, you have to make sure, we're both taken care of in the right way. So, yeah.
Esther, let's do a role play. Why? Because I like the other woman. When? It was when you got me annoyed. So you've got the answers.
It was when you got me annoyed, okay.
Yeah, when you were misbehaving, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but then it's like, what do you want to happen? Like, do you still want to continue with that family?
Esther, baby, you can see she's got 2 babies for me already. I can't throw them away. I love them. I love you so much. Don't misunderstand me. I love you so much, but I love her as well.
I don't know. I think for this, unless it's happening to me, I don't know.
Yeah, Ifeoma is role playing. Ifeoma is the man.
I know, but
Ifeoma is telling you as the second or the first that that
I'm the second or the first stage.
That she loves both of you. So what are you going to do in that situation?
Well,
That's what Ifeoma is saying.
I think it depends. It will depend on my age. If I feel
like slap her.
No, I'm not gonna slap her. It's not her fault. I don't feel that it's right to go and attack the other person, to be honest with you.
No, Ifeoma is the man. Ifeoma is the man.
Yeah, so for me, it's you that have the issue with. My man is the one I have issues with because he's the one I went to the altar before God and everybody. So I don't have issue with the woman. To me, she's just a side stuff, And I don't know. We have to come to some agreement. I don't know if that's for me is a deal breaker or not. I don't know.
I think many women will accept the kids, but not the woman.
I'll accept the kids, definitely, because I feel that it's not the kids' fault either. And probably, I'll probably go to the extent, the kids to get to know each other and things like that. But the relationship, I don't know. I think he has to choose. Knowing me, I probably believe that you have to choose.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a very simple case that I can handle.
Okay. Ati is here, right?
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, Ati.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Ati. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. And you?
Okay. Ati, I would really love to know your opinion on this.
Why will I leave the man?
Because he has your support.
Okay. The only reason why I will leave the man is if I'm the one financing our relationship, because that means I'm looking after him and the other woman. If he's taking care of me in all aspects, including money, he can have as many of us as he wants. That's fine, as long as you do my bit for me. All these labels like legitimate wife, side chick, second wife, first wife, the woman outside, they're just labels. They're labels that we use sometimes to make ourselves feel good. You can be the legitimate married 10 times in the church, in the Catholic church, Anglican church, Aladura church, court, blah, 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 blah. and he will still look outside. Those are just
Chris is nodding. Chris is like, okay.
Those are just
we're doing second and third wife things.
Those are labels that we use to make ourselves feel good. If you're treating me so well that I don't even know you have somebody outside, you are doing a good job, and I'll commend you for that. But if it's me and I'm the man of the house, it's not happening. Because I'm not going to look after you and your girlfriend. No, not like that. But if you look after me and the wife and the children and the girls, we all live happily ever after. Life is too short to not be mad and call up. No man, no. Not be good.
Yeah, simply the question the other way around is now, would you subscribe to polygamy? If you ask that question that way, that is easier to deal with than saying having two parallel families without the second man knowing that the wife has another family. That's a problem. But if it means a man having kids outside, running, which is a family, but they didn't go to marry formally and do all those things, but stuff do happen. Yeah, that one, if you're a woman, not because I'm a man, like what she just said is okay. I don't care what you do to them, just be good to me.
Just be good to me. Simple.
The idea of, I found out today and then I'm trying to bring a family to come and live under one roof to accept the children of the other woman. No, it shouldn't. Just let her stay where she is. It's easier for me to, manage. As long as you don't renege on your responsibility at home, it works. The only of Ife, it's coming out as embracing his own and they know what they were getting into. So if you find out, because sometimes we are poor and we are afraid, to tell you that this is what we're going into. So we keep, hiding it, dodging it until one day, we reach the end of the road, we'll say, okay, we'll give up.
I'll tell you something that happened in London here. Somebody I know, he wanted to get married. He said to the wife, I will only marry you with the agreement that you let me get the second wife when I'm ready. He was open about it. He didn't lie about it.
That's the way, that's better.
She said yes. He said, I don't trust you. He now got some friends together and asked her again in front of the friends. And she said yes again. A few years later, he said, I'm ready to get married to the second wife. She got angry. He called the same friends and said, come and remind her what she said. And he married the second wife.
Wow.
He did.
She knew what she was.
They say when somebody tells you the truth about themselves, believe them.
Yeah. But he did tell her. He didn't lie about it. So you tell them, they get angry. You don't tell them, they get angry.
No, she probably didn't believe. She probably didn't believe him.
She thought he was kidding, or she probably was desperate to be a mistake.
No, you see what? There's one mistake many women make in life. I will change him.
Yeah, men do that.
Always, I will change him. You cannot change nobody.
Nobody, yeah.
You can't. You have these big plans.
If they love you, if they love you enough, and if you complain about something, they'll change it for you because they love you. But you can't make them do things they don't want. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't change them.
Even when they love you, there are things they will latch onto.
Yeah, it's normal. Yeah. Like if Mama will not stop drinking Guinness, so what can we do?
Not at all. You can't change me on that one.
I don't think it's a matter of changing someone. I think the woman thought he was joking. Like
that's what I'm saying. They didn't believe. Yeah, she didn't believe. Yeah.
No, but they called the friends. They had a meeting
for him
about
to call these friends should make her know that he was serious.
Yeah, but you know, people see this that you're trying to test their love for you. They don't believe that it's actually going to happen. She was probably thinking it's a test of love. Of course, I love you now. Bring. Then 2-3 years down the line, the test becomes reality, and you're like, I didn't know you were serious. So yeah, she didn't believe him.
Sorry, I'll say something, but to me, most times a man that will look at you in the face and tell you such lack respect. There's sometimes I will say that if you didn't know, and it's because it's possible you won't get to know till that do you guys part and it goes. It's even better you didn't know than you know. If a man will tell you,
Obiageri, hold your thoughts. Let me ask you this question. Okay. All right, because the next, what you're going to say tallies with the third question. But before I go there, I'm going to do the IJ's Nutri tips. Today, we're going to talk about onions. Everybody cook with onions, whether you're frying tomatoes or frying or eating. We use onions every day in Nigeria, and most of us. So 10 reasons to love onions: rich in biotin for maintaining blood sugar balance, so it's good for diabetics. Offers the body amazing cardiovascular benefits for the heart. Act as an anti-inflammatory food for infections. Good source of fiber for healthy digestion. Full of manganese for bone production. Contains vitamin C for clear skin. Has been shown to ward off certain cancers. Believed to help relieve coughs. Has properties to relieve asthma symptoms. Reduces the amount of free radicals in the body. So chop your onions like you're chopping before. So Obi, can you take this question? If you find out after your partner dies, okay, I know you believe that you're born again, it won't happen, but what if, God forbid, the partner dies, and then you now realize you are the second family, you're not even the first. All this while you thought Noge was number one. Will you plan to attend his funeral? Then you can continue with what we are saying and then answer my question.
Okay, but before then, please, on the onions, is it raw onions?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Raw, cooked, fine. Onions is one vegetable you can eat both cooked and raw, so it's fine. Yeah.
So there's nothing like overcooking onions.
Okay.
You fry, you saute onions. No, it's every food. If you overcook, the more you cook certain foods like fruits and vegetables, you lose the properties, you lose the vitamins. So for those kind of things, you just saute them and then do whatever you need to do with it. Yeah.
Okay. So back to what we're saying concerning knowing after the demise of the person. It happens. It has happened severally. It depends on how you live your life. You understand? I know somebody that didn't know and now still attended the burial, but okay, let me tell you, there's somebody that was very close to me. Can you imagine that? It might not be what killed him, but he died on top of. The man died on top of a woman. Meanwhile, he was married to another person. And this person he was married to knew the other woman. The other woman was married to another person. Are you like two married
Use me
family?
and Ifeoma as an example so we can get it. I don't get it.
No, God forbid, none of you will lose your...
It doesn't matter. Use us. God knows.
No, like use the name so that we understand, because this person, that person, we don't get it.
We know the fear. We know the fear. So come use my name.
One Emeka is married. Okay, no Emeka. One.
It doesn't matter. It's just the same.
No. Chidi is married.
No, the former with Emeka.
I am the same. Chidi is married to IJ. And Ifeoma now is married to Emeka, as it is. Now, Chidi was having an intimate relationship with Ifeoma. Chidi, that is married to IJ, was having an intimate relationship with Ifeoma. Meanwhile, IJ, you know Ifeoma and Emeka. Now, it happens that Chidi now died on top of Ifeoma. That was the only time.
I said it's like Ifeoma is my Judas.
No, it's not this Ifeoma you know. Ifeoma is a common name now. Now, it is not like, wow. Ifeoma did not know. Ifeoma was even with Chidi. Ijoma, you did not know that Chidi went to see Ifeoma. You were even with the Chidi that same day, made love that same day as husband and wife, only for the Chidi to leave you to go to where Ifeoma, and they continued the love make, and he died there. You understand? Real life.
You have to be careful.
Okay.
No, it's just like a fiction. Now, do you know that? Yes, it helped. It helped now you, IJ, to mourn, to console, because when you remember, you want to mourn like as if there was no hope. But when you remember, oh, this man said I'm mourning like this, was on top of another woman.
Died on top of another a bastard woman.
Yeah. So now, in situation whereby a man was involved like that, and at the burial, it has happened. Another woman, comes up with children, and this is also the same. Most times, it's also a blessing in disguise. If the woman would have tried to wanted to die with the man, would have done any or no mourn without hope, it will console her. I beg, it will be a blessing in disguise on its own, because it will even help her to move forward easily. Because it will be like, wow, it wasn't really even like it said. It will help her, I'm telling you. But I'm not using me because, like I said, it's not me. It's not like the past. That's my idea.
So you're not going to answer if you're going to go for the funeral if you found out you were number 2. That's
what I'm saying. The obligatory that you had known, not this present, will go. Why wouldn't I? If it was then, that's what I'm saying. I'm still using obligatory in the past. Why wouldn't I go for the funeral? But it will just help.
All right, thank you. Let me ask somebody else. Sorry guys, this is a question for the ladies. Esther.
Oh yes. Hi.
Will you go if you found out that you were number 2? Your family was number 2, and like maybe somebody, he dies, a lawyer calls, oh, you're the second family, can you come in? And you're surprised that there's another family. Would you go for his funeral? Meanwhile, the first family might be planning the whole thing.
Well, this is what I'm saying. It will be. I want to go, but if the first family is going to be planning the whole thing, and I'm not sure how they're going to respond, that might put me off going, because I wouldn't want to create a scene at the funeral.
Okay, thank you.
If there was a way to do it beforehand, meet them beforehand, discuss it, and I would, yeah.
Thank you. Ngozi Obua, good evening. Are you available to talk?
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, good evening.
Hello.
If you found out you are side chick / wife number 2, would you go for the funeral?
If I didn't know, or if I knew.
You found out after he died?
If I have kids with the person, I will go. But if not, I won't go.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. Nonya, do you think you will go? Nonya, can you talk?
Hello, IJ.
Hey, baby, how are you?
Good. How are you guys? I find out that am I the first family even here, or the second family?
Yeah. Well, you found out after he died, yeah.
Whatever family I find myself.
Is she the second or the first?
Which family am I even running here?
The second. You found out you're number 2.
The second. For the kids, I mean, if kids are involved, for Christ's sake, I will pay him that last respect, though he doesn't want the respect. But I'll bring the children just to pay him that last respect, and that's it. I will go.
Okay, thank you. Roy, I'm going to flip the coin. Assuming you found out that your wife was married to somebody else. Roy, can you talk? I haven't seen you here in 2 years. Roy, can you talk? Roy was one of when we started, he was always here, and then he disappeared.
Just a quick question.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so Roy, assuming you find out that your wife for so many years was married to somebody else, and then maybe when she dies, you found out that what you had with her, you were the side boo, but you guys were married. Like, would you go for the funeral?
Yeah, I mean, just like the previous speaker said, if we had a child together, of course I will go. I mean, we still have an attachment, still have mutual relations, the children comes into the picture. I mean, I have to honor her, and attend the funeral. Yeah, I will.
All right.
But I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
But how will you be married to someone, living with a person, and you don't know that? How were they living to start with? How were they living?
Some people travel a lot. Some people travel a lot. Look at in Nigeria. If I'm was last year we did a show about the DNA.
I'm in Port Harcourt.
Yeah, some wives or husbands, they travel a lot for jobs. So they go, you know what I mean? They keep saying they're traveling for jobs. Maybe they're with the other families, and you know what I mean? And a woman can have a child for 2. Okay, something happened, and I saw it in Instagram. It happened in school. I think it was in Chicago, like a couple weeks back. Two fathers came to pick up the same child. The child, under 5 years old, knows both of them as daddy this and daddy Chidi and daddy Emeka. He's a baby, so maybe she or he couldn't comprehend that. You know what I mean?
I think it's a normal thing to have 2 daddies.
Yeah, exactly. To him or to her, since she's been a child or whatever, these two people. So people live double lives and everything, but you have to be a good actor or player to pull it off. So it happens.
Adding to the answer, Ngo, the scenarios we found on the stories were for the man, he walked outside the city where the other family lived. Mm-hmm. So is this married that, my husband works in Jos and he comes home over the weekends, every 2 weekends, he returns. It's acceptable. It happens in so many homes. So they know it's a norm for them. Then for the woman, she's taking the study leave to, okay, we'll come to you in a minute. You can see your hands up.
Oluchi wanted to talk.
She wants to, she's moved to another city, taking 2 years off work. And while she's there, she's married. However, they consume that marriage. Not every marriage today goes back home to the village. People do it however it deems they deem it fit. And the man only found out when he went into that city and saw the wife's car parked somewhere and waited for the driver. The person came out, it was this husband in the other place where she should be studying. So husband has accepted it. My wife has moved city or relocated for studying, and she comes back to see us from time to time. So these are just clear-cut situations that we can't even query. Well,
it's so easy for men. It's so easy for men because your side chick can get pregnant, have the baby, and say, "I want to have my babies with one man," and that's how you end up getting another family. So
yeah. Okay.
Oluchi Odibema, I think Oluchi was the first that said she wanted to talk.
It's all this not
in error. Sorry, it was in error. In error. Sorry.
Okay, error. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay,
I would go for the funeral because it would depend on how the relationship was for the person before you realize that the person is dead. If you guys have created a fantastic memory and it just turned out that you knew about his past in just that one day, so you're not going to erase your whole good life. If he treated you okay and fine, do you understand? And you probably want to go to make sure that he was actually buried. That's not what I want to do.
You're going for evidence.
Yeah. Oh no, Ijoma, to help you in this scenario, you were living, as far as you're concerned, you're the married wife that's always lived with him, with this husband who is with you Monday to Friday and go live weekend and blah blah blah. So it was after he died that you got this call, knowing that there's this other family with teenage family children there. So you lived with him as far as you're concerned. The other woman, as far as she's concerned.
Yeah, but the other woman is planning the funeral. Remember? So I'll have a private, for me, I'll be honest with myself, I'll have a private funeral for him with my kids and my close family members and move on with that.
You won't
go to join them. No, I have a private funeral.
With the cops or without the cops?
It doesn't matter. You don't have to always have the cups. You can have a
private funeral with or without it for you.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. I can't have the cups because the other woman I'm the second. The question is, you are the second. So the first one is already planning it. So there's no way I'm gonna get the cup. So you can have a memorial. You can have a private memorial.
Yeah, so you do a memorial.
Yeah, I can have a private memorial with my kids. I don't have to.
Is that the other wife is not the only one planning the burial. The family has to be involved. So the family, are they aware that the man has 2 wives?
They might not. That's why it's secret, because if the other family if the family knows, it's probably not a secret.
Because one person, one of the wives, only the wife cannot bury the man because the family has to be involved.
Yeah, Ngo, what makes me the second family is because the other wife was the first person he married. There are a lot of people knew. So of course he has other clique of friends that knows us in Jos.
Like you said, the second one might not have been married to him. So
somebody.
Okay, Chris, your hands is up. Chris, you want to talk? Say something.
Yeah, my hands is up. I've been wanting to ask our fictional Ify.
Yes.
She will attend the burial, the funeral. And whether IJ will allow you to attend his funeral.
Exactly, that's the thing. You don't want to go there.
He died on top of you.
Exactly.
And then we have been throwing, wives, first family, second family, and those. They are 2 different things. I strayed out. I got, somebody pregnant and we decided, okay, I don't want to do abortion. Go ahead and keep the child. Does it make you a second family? And that is different from I went all the way and
to marry you,
do the formal and marry you secretly.
Exactly what I just said, yeah.
So the one that is common is, you go out there, somehow it entered, became, okay, I'll be there for you. Let's keep it. So that's.
And then she says she wants to have kids for the same man.
So the idea is, and another thing is, if situation like that arises, one, common sense will tell you, do not attend the funeral. Forget about
exactly.
Last respect.
Thank you, Chris.
If it's my family, I will walk you away because you're going to be more of a distraction. You don't have any place.
Thank you.
And now, I'm doing a 50th birthday party for Ife, my loving wife. You know how many of my side chicks attended that party without you?
Four. I was there.
So these things are our reality today.
Exactly.
Those side chicks are not going to say, I want a microphone. Or even if you are throwing a party for me, I want a microphone to say something about Chris. No. You just be there and pretend you don't exist. You don't have any right. Because you're going to cause a distraction. Know your place.
Chris, can I ask a question?
So to answer, for you to answer the question, would you attend? And IJ, would you allow her to attend it?
Hell no. Hell no. That's why I said if I'm the second one, that's why I said if I'm the second one, I'll do a private memorial. You know what I mean?
All right.
For me and my kids and call it a day. That's it. Yeah.
Chris,
I will not.
I'm that second wife whom you, for this scenario or for this show,
or second family,
considered me a side chick, right? But this young man, a fictional young man, looked after me, made me be loyal to him.
And made you believe you were the real deal.
Exactly. It is just us. I've got this boy and a girl because I want to have my children for one man. He pays all the bills. My kids bear his name or family name. And within that cycle, I know his circle of friends and possibly his cousins and maybe one of his family direct sibling. I am Oriakia, Ifi, Ejimi Fiegwegu. So how on earth will anybody come to tell me that I should shut my mouth, shush my mouth? And in most cases, this other person knows more than the person in the house, knows where all the assets are. And just because it's the first time that came to that marriage, oh yeah, madam, no, I'll still, if I want to, I will, okay, me being a former, maybe it might sound silly, yes, I will plan that funeral, I'll attend that funeral for the sake of those children.
Let you plan when you're not even when you're not number one. The title of this topic is secret. The title, no, if you were a legitimate second wife, the title, you have to listen to the title, secret. If you were a legitimate wife, everybody will know about you. So you can't conflict your title and what you're saying. You're saying you're a secret. If you're secret, if you're secret, everybody got mad. If just 2 or 3 friends know about you, you're nothing. You're nothing. The title of this thing is secret. That's the catchphrase. Secret.
Everything is now.
If you were worth it, you'll be out there like Peter Oche son did.
You can be my best, my everything. You know even more than every other person in the world.
It's not legal.
There's a reason why we are having this discussion. Not the first. You are not the official wife.
Exactly. You're not legal. They'll throw you out on court.
And then the question is, you're going to honor the dead. Oh, he is this, he is this. What would that person prefer that you do? Me, I would prefer you stay away. So,
but you're not when you're alive. You won't tell me, babes, if I die.
You can tell what I want you to do in situations like that. If you know me,
the fact that I kept you secret in the first place should tell you.
Exactly. Common sense. Exactly.
Can I say something?
It was secret.
Can I say something? Yes. There's something that Chris said that so it depends on what the man says or what he said. There's nothing that is a secret. There must be somebody, a family member, a close friend that knows everything about this relationship.
It's still secret.
And some people, it's secret, but some people, they write it in a will or something. When I die, this is what I want. So it depends on what the man too said before he left.
Also, I wanted to ask that question. Yes, go ahead.
So it depends on what the man said. So you might be thinking you're the, some of the things they act in this Nigerian home videos, they are true life stories.
Yes.
So all these ones we're saying, it depends on what the man, how the man planned out his life and even like his life after he goes. So there's really no this thing. And it depends on the person involved too. Some people, they'll just go there, even if they will drive them, they will go and, they can't be secret, they will go and expose the man or expose themselves. So it depends on who is involved.
Like for most of these men, when they have secret families, they take care of them. They make sure, if he's a rich man, they make sure they have a house for the woman. They make sure everything is done for them. They buy them cars. They make sure they keep school fees. Everything is done. You know what I mean? So they take care of you to stay away. That's why they keep you secret.
They're not taking care of you to stay away, Jawapa.
Why aren't you? We have polygamy is normal in Nigeria. Assuming we're talking about Nigerian communities, I can understand here in abroad, but in Nigerian communities, polygamy is okay. The first wife might first and first, but your wife, a man can bring in 2-3 wives, and wait, can
I ask Chris on a legal basis? If this woman, if the secret me has been the benefactor or the major benefactor of his assets or in his will, would you consider it null and void because I'm not the legitimate wife?
No.
Okay, that's it.
The will is his intention. We're talking about ceremony. Look, if perchance, God forbid, my wife passes today, I'm doing the wakekeeping or so, and somebody, maybe I know it's was his boyfriend, and you come into the ceremony, I'm going to walk you away.
Of course.
And the police will respect that because that's my event.
Exactly.
Don't have a mistake. So if IJ said, I want informal leave, informal is leaving, even if you have 10 children for shady. Okay?
You're going with your children.
It's informal. No, the children
one by one for life.
It's informal funeral. Loves you, he did. No, this is informal, and informal we know. But if there was a formal polygamous home, just like the Oni of Ife, all of you can come, all of you have a place, all of you have a right. All of you will contribute ideas, all of you will bring your family and friends.
Exactly.
As opposed to, I hate to use that word, side chick, but as opposed to, one of your babes who may have children for you coming in, hey, please stay away.
Okay. The last question. We'll take the last question. Wapa, do you want to take it? All
right. How can we? Is this preventable? Is this a preventable situation? I don't think so. I believe things should happen then, unless you don't cheat. Once you cheat, it might happen. It can happen to anybody. A woman can get pregnant for the side boo. A man can impregnate the side chick. So it can. The only preventable thing is keep your things to yourself. But we all know it ain't that easy. So, anybody who want to take the question? Obi, I see your hands up. Go ahead.
What I discovered in the course of this discussion is that we diverted a little. Will I say an aberration? Because what you guys said earlier was a secret family. Even if I was the second, I did not know. You understand? Not that it's a secret that I knew that this guy was married before, then. But this one is that you didn't know, not until burial. Taking you
not until he died.
No, we had different questions, different scenario. Yeah, it's different questions.
I just gave another scenario, but the secret family thing, there's no way the second person would have known that there was another person. You understand?
Exactly.
So going for the burial was just like, what if at the course of preparation, the issue came up that there is an original person. You understand? Yeah. It doesn't mean that that other person that had the family will not feel that, oh, I was a side chick or secret. Because you said you didn't know she was.
Seems to have an appointment.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, on this, you say whether it's preventable. Yes, it is also preventable. Because if the man should discipline himself, there's some people, it's just discipline. It's about discipline. If the man should discipline himself and make up his mind, it is preventable, yes. It's all about conscious determination to do the right thing, to stick to one family, stick to your woman, and believe that everything you're looking for is in that same particular person. There is nothing special in any other woman. So it's preventable. When you don't go outside, you won't have the secret and double standard kind of life, or double dating. It's just
double whammy.
All right, Obe, adding to your, before you conclude, I wanted to answer again. Apart from it being presented when you become consciously right? And then from what you've heard from your neighbors and they are doing and everywhere, what do you think could be red flags for all of these things? What can you see and you tell what you was there?
All right, number one red flag is on a certain place of work. I have somebody, no, why I say unascertained, and where you can't visit, you understand, at will, not having your husband's addresses per time, keys to the house per time on your own that you can just go. If you are open to each other, it will put a check. I know of a relative, a relative is not far. If I mention them, Ijoma will know, because I know of a relative. Do you know, 3 years, a lady called me, this young man, he deceived the lady for 3 years. Do you know, he has a family, he was dating another person, he was working in a hotel. To his family, he tells the family that he needs to sleep in the hotel to on the generator, service the hotel. Meanwhile, they're going to sleep in the hotel. He was sleeping in the same town in Imo State. He was sleeping in another lady's room, and he doesn't allow that other lady also to, have another affair. To that lady,
of course,
he proposed to the lady. He even put a marriage ban. Meanwhile, he's married with 4 children. Well, he put a marriage ban in a court for this support that would have been side chick. This is true life story. You understand? Because I was the one, the outside lady called to inquire about this guy. And I was so speechless and dumbfounded. And this lady told me the story for 3 years. Three. I didn't say 1 year, 3 years. So most times it's on a certain place of work, inaccessibility to where your husband stays. You guys are not open. Just try and be open and discuss things.
Obi, I think 2 seasons ago or last season, we had a similar situation. Somebody told us that as this man came back on time every day, eat dinner with his family every day, and took a walk every day, exercise, but he had a different family. So when he died, during the funeral, they saw do you remember the story? I think it was Martha who told the story. Yeah. 4 big boys came for the funeral, that they were coming for their father's funeral. Everybody was dumbfounded. This man that came back home every day, saw them every day, ate with them every day, had a family that he was still very, if I might help me.
True.
Exactly. Yeah, so you know what I mean? You have to be a good player, a good actor to pull out. So people pull these things out.
No, that one will be a side chick. It will be an affair that gave birth to a child, not family.
That's how it starts. It starts with an affair.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Let me say something to the ladies here. There is no us without you ladies.
There is no what?
Us without you ladies. We cannot do anything.
Thank you. Thank you. Whether good or bad.
You are here feeling the victim or so. Another woman is orchestrating it.
Yes.
That's true.
There's no way it can work.
But another man initiated it.
Sometimes we don't initiate it.
At times it's a woman too.
If a woman wants you, he will take you. She doesn't care.
Yeah.
They will take you.
Wink at you, I can do anything, you ignore it. But if you wink at me once and you want me, you're gonna. So when we are, talking about this, is women doing women supporting women. A man is cheating, a man is a scum. It takes two to tango. It takes a man to be a woman, a man to be a scum.
No, women do that too.
If women say they are not going to be whatever you call it, side chick, second, man is not gonna get anything. Yeah. A woman is waiting for you to take your man to enjoy that thing you are enjoying. We are the weaker sex now. We can't say no.
Hey!
that last part is a joke. That last part is a joke. So, but while we are processing all these things, men, women know how to go for what they want.
Yes, sir.
And perfect it for themselves. They don't care whether they had it thought down the road or so. Unfortunately, that's the way it is.
Mm-hmm. And from the DNA things that happened last year and a couple years back in Nigeria, every day they say, a man did DNA, none of the kids were his and everything. So women play the games too, just that they live with one man, but they have, kids.
The one that
it goes both ways here.
Do a DNA in the US here. If you call for a DNA, I bet you most women will decline.
Yeah.
Tried and tested.
It's more than common here that you find a woman living with his husband and children, and they have 4 or 5 children, and 3 of those children are not his.
Yeah.
It's very common, more common than you know. Yeah. So it's not really keeping another home, it's not keeping, you are there thinking that Mecca, John, and they are my kids. They are not. Okay,
let me listen to this comment and tell me your view on it. A woman she said, woman said, this is between the conversation between a woman and a counselor. I've been happily married for 20 years, only to find out last week that my husband has another wife outside for the past 18 years. So we was in that relationship and I started 2 years into their own marriage. But he's been a wonderful husband. Please help me. And the counselor said, you don't need any help. The outside wife is the reason you've been happily married.
Exactly.
And why your husband has been so wonderful to you. When business is booming, you open other branches. That's what your husband did. So, any contrary view to this?
No, he's treating her good so that she doesn't have cause to suspect. That's what they do. That's the play act. You have to be a good actor, actress to pull this shit off. Because if you don't treat them good, then they'll start looking at your phone. But if you're very good and honest, they don't have to, look. That's the way it is.
The only thing he has done is just that he betrayed you. That's the only thing he has done.
And that's the thing good, go be money, nothing else.
But
Nigerian women confuse money. They confuse money with love.
Paying the bills and doing everything for you. So
anyway,
most Nigerian women confuse money. Once a man pays the bills, he's the best.
But it's true. Now, what else would they do to be the best?
No.
I'll kiss you. Everybody can kiss you.
I get it, love.
Talking about this, we had this.
I'm sorry
to call it a silly story. It happened. Sorry if the person
wrote something.
A young woman who jumped into the lagoon in Lagos because she had a heated argument with the fiancé in a cab in Nigeria. It happened a few days ago. May her soul rest in peace.
We have to go over time.
Yeah, people should use their brain. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of today's show. It's been an interesting conversation, and I hope we've learned from it. Whichever way it goes, nothing spoiled. We only live once. If you want to accept and move on, fine. If you want to call it a quit, you can go. You might find a better you out there. You may not. You may be happier. You might regret living where you left, where you were before. Either way, like I said, we're not here to judge whether good or bad. It's down to you. Let's try and make the good judgment, try and be happy and live well. Thank you, everyone, and see you same time next week. Stay tuned for